I have a very special guest joining me today. Tracy Waites is the wife of Josh Waites, the man we have heard the Chrisley family blame over and over again for, in my opinion, doing his job. But today, we will be talking to his wife, Tracy. Todd and Julie sat down before they reported to serve their prison sentences and recorded a disgusting, defamatory podcast episode, which was released the day after they reported to prison. The last episode of Chrisley Confessions podcast was a full hour of Todd Chrisley attacking, bullying, defaming, and slandering Tracy. As a woman, mother, Southerner, and Christian, I was disgusted. How is this family given a platform to attack and bully people over and over again? And it's not stopping just because Todd and Julie are in prison. Their daughter Savannah has took over their toxic cycle. She conveniently launched her podcast before her parents reported to prison and has picked up where Todd left off. Attacking people, then demanding respect, then quoting God. These people have so many people fooled. Now, I was one of those people for so long. I'm incredibly honored to have Tracy on today to tell her side after being drugged for filth by the Chrisleys for years and remaining silent. It's time we hear about the reality Tracy has had to endure for the past few years. I'm so glad to talk to you. I'm glad that you decided to talk to me.
Yes, ma'am. Of course. Thank you.
I know it's been some craziness going on. So how have you been doing first and foremost?
I have been doing well. I have. Now that the big part of all of this is kind of behind us, and they are, carted off to prison, things have kind of chilled out some.
A little bit. If Savannah can just stop. Like, in my opinion, the toxicity and the just slander and bullying that comes out of this family is unreal to me,
I completely understand.
I mean, it's unreal that they sit there and act like they're these big religious Christians and they can sit there and when I heard that podcast, his last podcast episode that Todd released on Chrisley Confessions, and it was nothing but bullying and dragging you and your family, I was disgusted, to say the least. Disgusted.
Well, that's Todd Chrisley for you.
I do not know how you sat there for all this time, and let me give it to you, okay? And let me tell the viewers out there. This lady has not said one word publicly. I have discussed this family for years. Everybody knows that. I have not found not one thing this lady has said about this family. That's what makes this so disgusting to me. I mean, it's unreal. I'm like, come on now. So let's just give everybody a rundown, okay? I know that you can only say certain things, which is understandable, but your husband was employed with, I will just let you start off however you choose.
Okay. Well, and I can reference the statement that he made. He was working for the Department of Revenue. He was actually asked to assist in a case that involved Todd Chrisley and, just doing his job, basically just doing his job. And one of the Chrisley family members contacted him. My husband did not go out seeking information. He was not out maliciously looking to ride their fame or whatever Chrisley said. And so a family member reached out to my husband. And, at that point, I believe that is when Todd Chrisley's hate of my husband began.
Yeah, and it's
For
been going
whatever
on
reason.
for many years, many years. I just want to remind everybody that Todd has spoke out about Josh Waits and now Tracy for many years. And I'm talking just defamatory and disgusting things he has said. It's unreal. Go ahead. I just had to remind everybody.
Yeah, that's okay. And so, when all of that started happening, at that time, my husband resigned from the Department of Revenue. And at that point, Chrisley just had an all-out attack for him. Went and drug things out of our life that happened, 15 years ago when we lived in Florida that absolutely had no relevance to anything with his case. But he is, one thing I've learned about him is he is the king of diversion. He feels like if he can put all the attention on someone else, then nobody's going to be paying attention to what he's doing.
Oh yeah. See, they've had a lot of people fooled they had me fooled for so long. I was like, well, these are good people. And then I started seeing, when I seen and read through the evidence myself, I'm like, okay, no brainer. And I want to encourage everybody to do the same. When you are forming your opinion on something, a situation, especially when it's something like this, and if you're somebody like me who, literally blindly supported this family and these public figures, please do your research. When they are involved in a public case, normally the evidence is out there. So just do your own research. So I had to put that out there.
No, absolutely. And at that, starting then, it was just like an all-out attack on my husband. Todd Chrisley would post pictures. He would go to my Instagram or my Facebook, take pictures, post them on his social media to his 2 million whatever followers, and just drag my husband through the mud with blatant, bold-faced lies, saying that my husband had stolen taxpayer money and that, our life was funded by taxpayer money. And if anybody's ever worked in the government, as well as I do, you can't buy a paper clip without 3 layers of red tape.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so it was just absurd, But at the time, we couldn't say anything, because the case was ongoing.
Yeah.
And, at the time, I was the president of the PTA at my kid's school. I served that for 4 years. And, he's putting all of these things out on his social media. I'm having to go, face these people up at the school, not knowing, okay, well, who believes him? Do y'all really think that my husband did these things? And it was horrible. I mean, absolutely horrible. Posted a picture of my husband and our minor daughter.
That's
our
disgusting.
Daughter was a minor. Saying that our camper was funded by the taxpayer money and our pool. It was just the most absurd, bold-faced lies. And I just, there were many times that, I would have my fill and I would, just have a good old meltdown because I just felt like my hands were tied. I couldn't defend myself. I couldn't defend our family.
Well, look, I feel for you and felt for you going through this, because I'm going to tell you something. You didn't sign up to be some public figure or celebrity, You didn't sign up for reality TV. And you don't have like the millions of followers. You get what I'm saying? So for him to go out here and say these things about you, and you're not a public figure, you didn't sign up for this. And all these are lies. And
what I don't understand is the Department of Revenue case was settled and done years ago. Why is this man still talking about us?
Look,
why is his daughter still talking about us? I mean, it's an obsession. I truly believe it is an obsession. And I don't know why.
I think they have to, I guess because they know that they're caught up clearly. And I guess I don't know why a lot of people are like this. A lot of people won't just own up to their own mess ups. You get what I'm saying? Like if
Right.
you messed up and you didn't do something you were supposed to do, just own it. Say I messed up, okay? I mean,
Right.
these people just blame and blame and blame for their own stuff. They blame everybody for their own mistakes or their own mess ups. That's them. It's like,
And I think he truly thought that I, I guess if he could defame my husband or,
oh, it's
try to prove my
disgusting.
husband was
Oh, and you notice that's their go-to. They say people are so and so is obsessed with us. So and so wants to be, so and so was digging into no, no. Y'all
right.
are
It's
digging
been
into
quite
other
the other way around.
Yes, yes. And wasn't it Savannah who claimed on her podcast that she dug up some info on somebody and she was going to give it to her daddy or something? And then
Yeah,
all of
and then
a
yes, she said something about, well, I found information about a woman that has a stripper pole in her basement. Well, let me tell you something, Barbie. I'm a fitness instructor and I teach pole fitness classes.
look, that's the thing to me. When I heard him say in the podcast episode that she's a fitness instructor and I'm like, what? So you are jealous of this lady. This lady is more of a woman than you'll ever be, Todd. That's why you're
Right.
jealous.
I have an honest living. My living is I'm very passionate about helping people.
And
I've
that's
done it for
good.
years.
And that's
I've
so
been
good.
yeah, and I've been doing this for 20 something years, and
Yeah.
then for him to
It's
talk about
disgusting. It is.
yeah, yeah, it is. And he insinuated several times about tried to insinuate that my husband had affairs and all of this stuff, and it was just all proven untrue, and it just
And
I
look,
don't understand how somebody can just bold-faced lie like that and nobody call them out about it,
I know, I know. Oh, I felt the same. That's why I have arrived because I call these people out on their BS. I mean, it's like, it's unreal to me how nobody is. I'm like, can nobody not see what is going on here? These people are literally the devil in sheep's clothing. That is exactly what these people are. But it's
right? And
unreal
then
to me that they can go on a public platform and bully people that are
yeah, that's exactly what they've done.
it's
They bully because they feel like that, they have a big platform and nobody's, and they've got money or
oh
had
yeah.
money or thought they had money and, you know, think that they can push people around and bully people. And, it's not that, I mean, we just, like I said, we just had to keep our mouths shut because
I know.
we trusted in the legal system. We trusted in the evidence.
Kudos to you and your husband. I commend y'all for staying classy, is what I call it. Okay, classy, not sassy. Y'all were very
Right.
classy about it because I would have responded real quick, and that's not the way to go every time. So I do
Right.
commend you, and I have so much respect for you as a woman and a mother. I really do, because you have handled this like a champ in my eyes. You
Well, thank
really
you.
have. And I want you to know that I not only support you, you have so much support out there. I want you to know and I want you to feel that. I
I
mean,
do. I do. And it's a really, really, really good feeling. I feel like that people are waking up. People are
yeah,
seeing them for who they really are.
people's true
Um,
colors always shine. They
right.
really do.
And, I think they thought and they continue to hide behind their religious facade
Uh-huh.
because they feel like that people can't attack them if they're hiding behind the cross. However, if somebody does attack them, then they say, well, they're attacking us because we're Christians,
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's just like that's their get out of jail free card for,
But what a lot of
lack of a better term.
yeah, but what a lot of people picked up on is what he said when he said that, well, God was too busy and I had to take over handling something or whatever. People picked up on that. I noticed in my comments when I responded to that, a lot of people were saying, did he really just say God was too busy? I can't believe he said that. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, look, and let me say this. I had to go. I went over to Pornhub and thought, let me put my name in here just in case maybe, I don't know, somebody's, I don't know.
Yeah, you
$2.99
never
for
know.
videos. I have
You
no
never
idea.
know. Yeah.
And I have no idea where he got his information from. $2.99 for videos. Come on, I value myself more than that. I'd be charging at least $20. I mean, come on,
Yes. He is
But
nuts. But yeah, girl, you just gotta laugh it off. I mean, the things, I'm glad. I hate to say I'm glad somebody's in jail, but I mean, I'm really glad they're getting what they deserve. We'll put it that way. Because you can go around just harming people and doing bad things and think that it's not going to catch up with you, because it will. And that is God, baby. That is God. Okay.
Yeah,
God is
it is.
telling them, I ain't too busy. Okay.
Well, and the fact that he would say something like, "Oh, and the Lord did this and this and this," but she has a porn site where she said, I mean, it's like he's talking out of both sides of his mouth.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Julie, I noticed that whenever he started that, Julie said, "Don't," and she didn't say nothing else. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did. I have I have a feeling that she sits back a lot of times.
I was about to say she's probably cringing at the stuff that comes out of his mouth. Has to be, but I don't know. I don't know because I mean, birds of a feather.
Well, look, and I give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
I never, and I'm sure she did. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I personally never saw an attack from Julie.
Now, I didn't either. Now, I will say that as much as coverage that I've done on that family, I really have not seen one post that Julie has made about anybody attacking them,
Right. So, and like I said, I don't know what happens behind closed doors. All I know is that I never witnessed anything of her talking derogatory about us. It was always Todd. He was always very boisterous, very over the top about it.
Yeah.
My question, though, if I could just ask him one question, is why are we years after the fact and you're still talking about us on your podcast?
It's a great
question.
He's
given us more publicity than anything.
Well, I'm glad that he introduced me to you, basically. I mean, I really am, because you are a very, very sweet woman. It seems that you've got your stuff together. Good mama. And look, I will say that I have since started following you, and I have seen you have got a little farm going on. You want to talk about that real quick?
Oh my gosh, we are big animal lovers, and we moved, into the outskirts of Atlanta several years ago because our youngest daughter was interested in horses, and it just blossomed from there. I fell in love with goats. I fell in love with donkeys, and we've had 5 baby donkeys born here on our farm within the last 2 weeks.
How sweet!
Goats. What did I say?
You said
okay, no, goats, baby goats.
Sweet.
I know. And, animals are, they're just amazing creatures. We love our farm. We love our horses. We have dogs. We have cats. We have birds. We even have a snake. And, it's, I love our life. And we're in a really, really, really good place now. And I just wish that they would stop talking about us. I mean, they're keeping us at the forefront of the media. They are.
Oh, I know. I know. And look, if I don't know the deal with Savannah. I know Savannah, I know you got to be going through a lot because your parents are gone. But you cannot keep up the cycle and think it's going to be rewarding or something. You get what I'm saying?
I think this is my opinion on her, and it's just my opinion. I feel like she stepped into a very big role.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? And I feel like that she's overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
And I feel like you can still respect and love and support your parents and acknowledge their wrongdoings.
Yes.
The fact that she keeps turning a blind eye and is going to die on this hill of they're innocent, do your research. It's almost laughable because everybody has done their research. Everybody's read the documents, black and white.
And demanding respect. Her latest is she's demanding respect from Bobby Bones.
Right, I saw that. But have you noticed that it's okay for them to trash talk everybody, but God forbid the minute somebody says something sideways, they lose their mind.
That's it right there. And
so,
see, I mean, look, the main takeaway, words matter. We can't go around and just attacking people. We can't go around just doing wrong things, thinking, it ain't going to catch up with us, because it will. And it always does. Every time. I mean,
my faith was tested a lot. There were a lot of times that I would just literally fall to my knees and sob because I just didn't understand why God was allowing us to go through everything that we went through. It's like, why are you allowing this evil, to happen to us? Why?
Hey,
but then
testing your strength and your patience in Him. That is exactly.
It did. And, luckily, me and my husband have been together 24 years. And
congrats. I love that.
Thank you. Thank goodness, we have a very strong marriage. And I'm not going to say there weren't times that I was like, Josh, this is what I heard about, he's saying you cheated with so-and-so and so. But I know my husband. And anybody that knows me and knows my husband knows our marriage.
Yeah.
And, people that know us.
Yeah.
And
I will say this, you and your husband being together for so long and being so close, when somebody attacks him like Todd did, I'm sure that felt like an immediate attack on you as his wife, as his partner. And I'm sure that just crushed you to your core. And I'm telling you right now, this right here, I believe, made you stronger. I mean, you may not see it, but I believe it made you a stronger human being, a stronger wife, a stronger.
It has.
That right there is what matters. It really does,
And, seeing the person that you love being wrongly accused and wrongly persecuted.
And by a public figure.
Killed me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do anything about it. And,
I know.
And Josh, we couldn't say anything. We couldn't defend ourselves, and that was the hardest part was, anytime I'd walk into my kid's school and I'd feel like, there were whispers going on behind my back,
Yeah.
I really felt like my hands were tied and I could never defend ourselves. And that was such a helpless feeling. And like I said, I just really had to put my faith in the justice system.
Yeah.
That it was all going to come out. What was done in the dark was going to be brought to the light. And I really had to cling to that, and here we are, after the fact, people are seeing who they really are. And, but this is what they do, anybody that does not agree with them or does not go along with what they say, or what Bobby Bones, perfect example, they go on the attack.
Oh, I know.
And to me, that is the furthest thing from a Christian
ever. Oh, I know. And they're not. That's what I said. The last reaction video I done about the podcast episode. I was like, it's one thing to admit, like, yeah, I'm human. Yeah, I make mistakes. But you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You're not even trying to do no different or trying to do no better. That is what.
Right.
That's what they are the perfect example of. They are not trying to be better people. They're not. They're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And just worse.
But what is the point? That's just my thing. Like his latest podcast. Why? What's the point?
He's just, they're angry. They're very angry, clearly, that they're called.
And I guess we're just easy scapegoats.
I guess so.
But, no more. You know, people know the truth now.
Yeah.
And people are figuring it out. And I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful for the support that literally has come out of the woodworks. I mean, I get random messages all the time saying, I am so sorry that
Oh
you
yeah.
had to go
Well,
through
look,
everything, you
like
know.
I said, you have got a forever friend in me. My platform is your platform. I support you. I know my audience supports you as well because I've read a couple of comments when I said that I would be having a very special lady on. I had a couple of comments that said, tell her that we feel for her and we're here for her. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Well, and that means everything. It really does. You know, I still get emotional now, you know, because
Yeah.
it was a really, really tough time. But, you know,
No
like I
more,
said,
girl.
yeah,
No more,
we just,
girl. There is nothing but sun shining on the horizon for you. So,
exactly.
well, thank
Well, and I
you
appreciate
so.
you letting me speak out.
Yeah, thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate you so much. And do you want me to share or link your fitness stuff? Would you like me to do that? You want?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can. I have a Facebook page for my fitness studio, but I also do virtual personal training, virtual fitness classes. So I
Let's
have
see if we can
clients.
get you some more clientele, girl.
Well, that's what I do. That's where my heart is. I love to help people. I love to watch people succeed. I love to build people's confidence in themselves, and that's just who I am.
And
And
I love that. We will get all of your pages, your links, and your sites everywhere where people can find you. We will get that linked in the description and I will pin it in the comments. So super easy to go find. Y'all, show Tracy some love. Thumbs up and share this video. I really would appreciate it. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions. Show Tracy some love in the comments below. Y'all smash that subscribe button if you have not already and click that bell beside subscribe to all. That way, maybe if YouTube sends out notifications for my videos, you might get notified. If not, I'm going to need y'all just to look me up, okay? Search me up because I do upload different content every single day. I am here to keep y'all entertained. I love you for watching. I will see y'all in my next video.